Hey everybody, I do a quick video here, another Am5 Lishi video, get the American lock number 700. I love these locks, and this one has an 8 cut in number 5, and with the 8 cuts you don't have to pick them with the Lishi. If you do, you're just going to immediately overset it. So, with no tension, everything's kind of springy. How I can tell with an 8 cut here is you can put a little bit of tension on it and then go through. Okay, put a little bit of tension on it and then go through, and you can kind of just see where things rest. That's resting on a 7. And 5 is resting on an 8. And if you have one that rests on an 8 like that when there's tension, I just leave it alone and try to pick everything else first and see, what happens. Because if you try to pick an 8 cut and successfully get a click, you've overset it, and that's that. So 2 binding gives a click. I got nothing on 3 and 4. I'm not touching 5. Click on 1, put us into a false set here. Head over to 3, some counter rotation and a click. Still in a false set. Okay, counter rotation on 4. Counter rotation, and we're open. So lock is now open. And if we wanted to decode it, we certainly could here. Keep it in focus here. All right, so we got 6, 6, 4, 4, and 8. And for some reason here, this is a key retaining lock, but the Lishi should still come out, but for some reason it doesn't. But no biggie, I do actually have a key for it. So we're going to go ahead and gut it too while we're at it here. That's what the key actually looks like, so you can confirm that the Lishi did measure it correctly. And I think we're going to find here, I don't know what's in number 5, because I see you don't have to even pick it. So no clue what pin 5 is, if it's a spool or serrated. But I do think that 1 and 2 are serrated, and I think 3 and 4 are going to be spools, what we're going to find on it. Retaining nut off. Yeah, bottom plate off. There's our cylinder. There's our key retaining actuator. It's key retaining because it's actually a full half moon there. The non-key retaining, or the other half of that's like a quarter moon. Quick tool. Key pins here. Key pins are all going to be serrated because it's just a standard American lock. And they're all longer than a 2, so they'll all be serrated, which is normal with American locks. And I've got the wrong follower here. Alright, so tweezers. Head over to pin number 1 here, and 1 we do have a serrated as expected. 2 we've got serrated, 3 spool, 4 spool, and 5 is serrated, but it doesn't really matter. We wouldn't have felt a spool even if it had been one. And I need to dump the spools. There's not anything fancy about, the springs, nothing fancy about that. So with the Lishi, though, we were able to detect, what the pins were. Just like I said, you got to kind of do that little test of it, see if you have an 8 cut, because if you do, you're not going to be able to pick it. If you just touch it, you've immediately overset it. So having a key helps to cheat here. I've been kind of fooling around with it, trying to figure out, a way that I think I have discovered now where I can detect 8 cuts or not before I start picking, because I've had a few locks that I couldn't open for the life of me, and then I realized that's why. So any questions, comments, I'll leave them in the comments. Always curious what people think about these, and I guess enough rambling. We'll talk to everybody later.